Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular day for college football in the house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Noles will put toe to leather and will get started. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. LSU right back to the line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad. You tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Might be looking to run. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. I like this call in plus territory. The punt would... Precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. The offense wastes no time. timeout call. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Quick completion on the out route. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to fight.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard to the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Willihan. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. LSU quick to the line.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 7, LSU 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. This quarterback part of their running game. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Here comes the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Now improvising. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Scanning the field, it's Willihan. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. LSU right back to the line. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Stokes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wide out in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jefferson. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Hey, it's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. It's complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. There's a live football. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up and making the big play.
Looking to throw, it's Willihan. He's going to let it go. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stokes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Snags it quickly on the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. He's got his man. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the play.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. One more snap coming before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stokes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Pulls it in. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from him.
Going to let it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half. But I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over West Virginia. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
And that pass intercepted. And they didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Steps away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, no! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the air, it's Willihan. Fires on the move. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The quick out. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds a tight end down the gut. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop with the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Seminoles are on the move. Handoff to the lone back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Running to the left. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To throw, it's Willihan. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Trying to get to him. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
He's up to 90 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback will audible. 325. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. We waited so